I'm Anil Kumar, and here is an application question from MHF4U trigonometry test. The average number of customers C at a 24-hour sandwich shop per hour is modeled roughly by the equation C of H equals to minus 5 cos pi H over 12 plus 12, with H equals to 0 representing midnight. How many hours per day are there? At least 13 customers per hour. To the nearest hour. What time of the day is the peak business? So these are the two parts which we need to answer. Now looking into the equation, we can say that K value is, so let me just write on the equation first. C of H equals to minus 5 cos pi H over 12 plus 12, right? So from the equation, we know K equals to pi over 12, right? So that means the time period T should be equal to 2 pi by K, which is 2 pi by 12. Pi by 12, that is 24. So 24 is the time period. Now, if you look at the function, let me sketch it here so that it becomes easier for us to understand this particular solution, okay? So it says minus 5, that means cos function starting with the minimum, where the axis is 12, right? So it is, axis is kind of 12, and we start at the minimum. Amplitude is 5, that means 5 less than 12 will give us 7, right? So this is kind of 7 here. And 5 more than 12 will give us 17. So it is 5 more and 5 less. So basically the function is going to be kind of like this, okay? Where this point here will be 12 minus 5, which is 7, and 12 plus 5, which is 17, right? Now, in this particular function, the time period here will be from 0 to 24. So that is how it is. So peak is kind of right at the center, which is 12, and that's the answer for the last part. What time of the day is the peak business? Peak business is at 12 noon. Since this time in hours is going, hour is 0 for midnight, so 12 noon. So that is 12 noon is the peak hour. Now let's get back to the question. It says, how many hours per day are there at least 13 customers per hour? At least 13 customers. So that means we have, let's say we draw a line here, correct? So at least 13. So we are looking for these points. So between these points, we have at least 13 customers. So we need to find coordinates for these 2 points. So that is how we need to solve this question. So this point and this point, that is what we need to find, okay? So you can also pause the video, answer this question, and then look into my suggestions. So that means we'll substitute C of H as 13 and solve. So we have 13 equals to minus 5 cos of pi H over 12 plus 12, bringing 12 this time. It will be 13 minus 12 equals to minus 5 cos of pi H over 12. This is 1 dividing by minus 5. Minus 1 over 5 equals to cos pi H over 12, right? So that is what we get. Now, cos is negative in which quadrants? Cos is negative in 2 quadrants, that is in quadrant 3 and in quadrant 2, right? So these are the 2 quadrants where cos is negative, right? As you know the cos rule, let me write down that. So all are positive in quadrant 1, sine in quadrant 2, tan in quadrant 3, and cos in quadrant 4. So cos is negative in these 2 quadrants. So our strategy here will be to find the related acute angle alpha, right? And then pi minus alpha and pi plus alpha will give us these 2 points, okay? And then we will find the solution. So that is the strategy which we are going to apply. So let us say we have cos of pi h by 12. We'll find that later let us say cos of alpha equals to 1 over 5, then alpha is cos inverse of 1 over 5, correct? So we'll use the calculator and find this value. So second function cos inverse 1 divided by 5 bracket close equals to 1.369. So we get 1.369. Let me write 4 also. So that is the value of alpha, right? Now to find what the angles we are talking about is, let me use this space now. So the angles could be, so that means we have pi h, that is the angle, pi h over 12 is equal to pi minus 1.3694, and also we have pi h over 12 equals to pi plus 1.3694. Do you understand? So let's add and subtract this and then get the answer. So plus shift pi gives me, this answer is 4.51103, and the other one will be, let's do shift pi minus 1.3694, that is equal to 1.77219. okay, so that is the value. Now from these values we can calculate h, correct? So let's calculate h. So h from here will be equals to 12 times this value, which is 12 times 1.77219 divided by pi, okay? And let's find how much is this. So we'll multiply this number by 12, okay, and then divide it by pi. So a lot of calculations involved. We get 6.769 in hours, okay? Now here also we'll do the same thing. So h equals to 4.511. I will multiply this by 12 and divide by pi, right, to get the h value. So we'll do 4.511 times 12 divided by pi equals to 17.23, okay, 0. So that is what we get in hours, right? So now subtracting one from the other, so we got these 2 points basically. So the first one is at 6.7 hours, the other one is 17.2 hours. In between, what we get is minimum 13 customers, right? So let's take away from 17.23, 6.769. What do we get? So total number of hours will be 17.230 minus 6.77, let us say. That gives us approximately 10.46 hours, right? So it says how many hours per day are there? At least 13 customers per hour to the nearest hour, right? So we can say approximately 10 hours, right? So the answer is approximately 10 hours. Is that okay? So for 10 hours, we have at least 13 customers. That is the first part of the question. I hope you understand and appreciate all the steps. Now the second one is, what time of the day is the peak business? So that is the peak business. It is 12 noon, right? So that is part B, right? I hope you understand and appreciate how we found this solution. I'm Anil Kumar. You can subscribe to my videos and learn a lot. Thank you and all the best.